ripping around some woodlands in England. Right, here's where we're at. You know, obviously this bike come from abroad. It was an import. It's a 2015. I'm not going to go too much into the spec. If you want to catch up or get up to date on the bike, then please watch the previous video. But now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we've been up to and what we're going to be up to in the future. So since the first video, I've had a lot of inquiries about the Lectron carb. So I thought that's the place to start. So I'm going to take the tank with the seat and the tank off and have a look just to see what settings it's on, and then work it from there. I'm going to hit the track, try that, see if it does improve it, see if it improves its starting first thing. As I stated, that the bike did have some issues starting when it was cold, and it wasn't down to me, putting it in top dead center like somebody might say. By the way, I've lost a little bit of weight, which obviously is a bad thing when you're starting the 500. So maybe that's what I need to do. I might start drinking a few more beers and have some fish and chips. So I'll do that anyway. We're going to look at the bike, look at the radiator. Obviously the suspension, the front forks, they need servicing. So we're going to get to that. But like I've said, the main focus of this video is going to be the Lectron carb. Can it be better? Can we improve it out on track? The needle in the Lectron carb, when I checked it, I'd seen that it was on quite a lean setting. The importance on the needle is to make sure that the flat surface of the needle does actually face into the cylinder. That's important. The setting that I put the needle onto was you wound it all the way in until you could just not see the thread anymore, and then from then I went 3 turns in. The plan now is to get the bike back together so I can get out Tuesday. Again, the A-frame, it's got a lot of attention. People are thinking about whether, what they can do or what year model of bike that they can put a Kawasaki, KX500 2-stroke engine in. So yeah, if you've got any questions or anything that you need answering or anything that maybe you'd like reviewing, then just drop it in the comments and let us know. And we're gonna have to bring quite a few of these to you now. I'm not quite sure on the number. It just depends on how the progress goes and on what we can get access to while we're making these videos to get them done. So we're probably looking at another 3 to 4, looking at the parts that I've found or the parts that I haven't found and the issues that I'm not happy with. So yeah, just keep a watch out. Let us know. See if there's anything that you think that may be of interest. Yeah, so somebody did mention about fitting a hydraulic clutch, which we're going to try. So you know what this is all about. Drop some comments, give us some engagement, and just make the video last a little bit longer and get a few more views. That's what it's all about. That's probably somebody now messaging me about the Lectron carb and seeing how it's set up. Rightio, stay tuned for updates. I hear so many mixed reviews about the Lectron and smart carbs. It would be good to finally hear a final review from someone who can ride and work on bikes. Hey! And that's what I messaged back. I'm actually working on it now, mate. I'm actually working on it now. See, we're even getting these messages coming through while we're creating these videos. Which I really do appreciate, by the way. Please don't think that I don't. So, yeah, we'll get out Tuesday. Hopefully we'll get something to you by Friday. So, yeah, see you soon. So for now we're here at this secret location. You know how it rolls in England. You've all got to keep your little secret spots to yourself. But one of the things why I wanted to come here was the main track that we wanted to ride today, Tuesday. It's not ideal. It's too wet. It's not open. So we wanted to get out, keep these videos coming to you as quick as we can, and keep it real. Also as well, I'm quite happy riding around something just as tight as this, just because I want to test a few of the things that we are talking about. The Rekluse clutch, also as well the Lectron carb, how it's set up, and have we got it set up, which we have. For me as well, I did point out one interesting factor, and not having massive jumps to hit today and just keeping it safe. I'd like to keep an eye on this little crack here. I really want to make sure that it doesn't get any bigger, and the last thing that I need is to be hitting the tabletop flat out in about 4th gear and it cracking. Setting up the Rekluse auto clutch. we've got them absolutely spot on now. I mean, I managed to switch through the woods there pretty good, not stalled the bike. You know, the 500 lump with a big pumping. Hasn't been a problem whatsoever. Bike started, first kick, well, let's say second kick, but it's been starting from cold now, every time spot on. I have messed about with the Lectron carb as well. I've done a bit of research on the internet, and I've set the needle to where I think it needs to be. Also the power jet as well, so for the top end. I'm happy with it. I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest. The way that it responds, out on track, the connection's good. Plus, I think now for me personally, after today, I'm gonna go and hit the dyno. I want to keep these real, so I know that this isn't ideal, but we wanted to turn these videos around quick. These bikes do produce a lot of vibration, and I've stressed before that they can cause cracks, in the frame, and that's one of the scary things about these bikes, about riding these bikes. You've got to make sure that that the cradle down at the bottom's sound, the Y piece. On this one I checked over it and I was happy with it, like I stated in the previous video. And we've already, just check out the crack. We've got to monitor that. There is something there. I don't know whether it's always been there or whether I've created it. We just want to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't get any bigger. It doesn't look like it is at the moment, so we're all good. But I've tightened up this bike quite a bit now, just worked on it a few little things. I've got to strip it down and throw most of the bolts away, and just get it so you can work on it quite easy, and you don't need a full toolbox to work on the bike. The exhaust wobble, we've sorted that. Wobble wobble. Not many people like to ride a big 500 in some of the tight places that I have today, and we've got the job done. We've got what we wanted from it. We know that the bike's set up now. We know that the carb works good. It starts. The Rekluse clutch, that works. The auto works. Now it's time to hit the dyno, and I'm going to back to back the Lectron carb with a standard carb. Let's see the power output. Let's see if it makes a difference let's see if it makes a difference in the dyno room. The dyno room that I'll be using will be DEP's dyno room. My good old mate Craig. I've got to get up there. We've got to get this bike sounding a lot sweeter than it does. It's got a home. I'm sure it's DIY silencer on it. It's not ideal. The bike doesn't sound sweet like I want it to sound. The 500, you want it to be pairing. It should be sounding better than it is. So they're the next things that we're going to work on. We're going to work on the Lectron carb, standard carb, and get this thing sounding better.